Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to Rimworld where, this is just this reactor now, right? This is all I seem to be doing. But, you know, that's okay, I think. Hey, guys, go back to work. Come on. Okay, so I've been doing a little bit of thinking and having a bit of a ponder about what we're doing here and what we're doing elsewise. I've tweaked a couple of things. I pulled out a couple of mods that were causing some grief, and I've blocked these mini workshop helper stations because they're broken. Horribly broken. As soon as I unblock them, my frame rate drops to absolutely just terrifying levels. The servers are coming in, and I'm looking forward to playing with them a little bit. So we might, but I think it might be a good idea to just pause them up for the moment. We've got a couple of other things that I want to get done. So let's have a look at that. Number one, I want to get this sucker up and running. I want to make sure that Mr. Deep has everything that he needs to bring this new reactor online. Hey, 5G, are you smart enough to... Oh, no. Oh, okay, well, never mind. Let's see then if we can get someone to have a look at that reactor and we'll see how well it's going. Actually... let's see. Forshi, do me a favor, my friend. Could you please make this happen? Because that'll make my life a little bit easier. And A5, are you floating about over here, my friend? A5? Paging Dr. A5. Oh, you're meditating. Ah. Well, we best not disturb her. All right, I think, I mean, if we have a look, holy dooly. She is absolutely doing... Why? Why did you eat without a table? Gordon Bennett. Okay. But, I mean, she's absolutely getting looked after here. So, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. A5 is, you know, the sort of person that we want to keep up and running and happy. I tell you what, we'll do a little bit for her. I think what we should do is go some, no? Is there no copper tiles? I thought there was. Concrete? No. Fine. Oh, it's over here. It's got its own thing. Don't worry, friends. We found it. So let's get some copper tiles down in her room and then maybe a little bit into her study area as well. That might be nice. That might make her feel pretty good. Are there any other locations around that we could put down some cool copper tiles and make people a little happier whilst they're working? Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Oh, actually... There's a slight problem because we're not going to be able to get behind everything to put all of these tiles down. Or are we? Can we get in at the back there? We might be able to. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. I know that I don't need to do this. And it's probably a bit, you know, a bit of a waste of time, to be brutally honest. But let's give it a crack. And we'll see how it looks. Okay, so that's happening. This, cancel that, thank you. Copper tile blueprint, cancel. This is going to come online and allow our researchers to get straight in there. We do have a medical emergency, which is this S4 unit, but it's okay. It's okay. I mean, we may waste this guy, and we can build more ones later on. But what I'm trying to do at the moment is get the VX1 neural chip up and running. And I've also done a bit of thinking here. So these advanced limbs are probably a good idea. Considering at the moment, the only thing we've got for, I mean, let's say, we'll grab, I think Kim had a bit of a health problem, didn't she? No? Or was it Princess? Right. Princess is missing a leg, which is not great when you're talking about one of your, you know, core medical personnel. If they're slow to move about, it's probably not the best, is it? So I think if we look in here, the only, where is it? Mechanical harvests. I think the only, we've got reproductive organs, that's cool. The only stuff that we've got at the moment is basically just like the equivalent of a peg leg, which was pointed out to me in the comments. Thank you for that. So yeah, let's get some research going on to get some slightly better stuff for our peeps. There were a couple of other comments that I wanted to sort of throw out. You know, look, yeah, it's probably a good idea to grow some heal root and get that up and running, but it's just so bloody slow. It's just so slow. And, like, we've got allspice, we've got lentils. What's this one? Strawberries. This one, cotton. I mean, what have we got in here that we could probably do without? We do have a lot of... Oh, actually, that reminds me. We do have a lot of stuff that we can potentially look at getting rid of here. So, like, I think we've got enough tobacco now. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's get some heal root in. Not heal root, you Burke. Let's get some devil strands, which... Have I not researched devil strand? Let's have a look. Let's see. Devil strand. Yeah, okay. So that's hilarious. So if I shift left click to add to the queue, can I then drag this around? No, I can remove it. I'll just add it to the queue. It's probably something that we should have a little ponder about. Are there any other things in here that we might want? Oh, carvings. Yeah, sure. What about obelisks? Tall, narrow-shaped obelisks to commemorate important events. Sure. Pottery. What's vases and other vessels from simple materials? Okay, well, I mean, I guess we could do that. We could do statues as well. That's kind of cool. And maybe like monuments and, oh shit, rugs and wallpapers. Let's do all of those things. Sure. Why not? All right, so we'll get a couple of, silly things in. We've got a few big ones here. I added marine armor back in. I'm not sure if I really need that, though. Like, the amount of combat that we're seeing mano a mano is fairly low. And, well, quite frankly, we should probably consider doing this first, right? Because this guy, recon helmet, okay, let's also finally get around to adding the recon armor to that one so that we can actually make recon armor. And then let's, we'll get on that. The other thing that I want to really start focusing on is a little something by the name of nuclear weapons, because I reckon it's going to be just jolly fun to have all of these ready to go and ready to roll. So, okay, there's one. Thank you very much. But what I want to do, and here's what I'm thinking, friends. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's have a little look at the map here. We'll have a look at how many people are left. Oh my god, look at all the fallout floating around. Jinkies. We'll have a look at how many people are still out there that we need to deal with. We've got to deal with these guys, right? We've got to deal with... Who are these guys? The Nation of Lologo. They're back. And they're 100% hostile. No duh. We've got Blue Moon. We've got these horrible Nation of those guys. And then, right... Cosmopolis of Sonus. Cool. Jarga. Chilab. Hatchet's Village, Ithshore Citadel, and then it's just these guys from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the Dominion of the Sun. So that's a fairly hefty amount of people we've got left on this map. But here's what I'm thinking. If I build up enough to destroy the world, that can be our end state. That can be the point at which we go, you know what? We've done it. Our android anarchist has anarchized their way to the final victory in this particular world. And yeah, I think that'll be a good place for us to aim for as the finale of this series. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, we'll see how we go. I kind of feel like launching them all at the same time would be fun. Why is insect meat rotting away in storage? Why is it sitting out here? Why isn't it in an IO port? And why is that a standard IO port? What is this one set to? Animal feed. Okay, cool. Well, you know what else we can do? And the one thing that I should probably have been doing from the absolute get-go is... I think we should probably be using the cooled IO power port. Because there's one that is a refrigerated one, which... Where the crap is it? Is it in there? No. Is it in... Oh my giddy aunt. No. I thought it was in industrial. Am I Am I just... Yes, IO fridge port. Okay, well, let's have one of these. And then let's... Are you eating that boomalope? No? Okay, all right. Let's just delete that. And with this insect meat, what I think is probably going to be a jolly idea is if we actually make use of it for something other than just a thing to feed to our cats. Because I was thinking about these guys here. They use chem fuel, right? And at the moment, what we're using to make our chem fuel is, well, we've got, let's see, where is it? I haven't looked down here in such a long time. We're making it from bamboo and organics. Cool. But I think what we can also do, in fact, Bethlyn, I'm not sure if I really want you doing this directly, because we've now got a machine doing that for us, right? Which is this one here is set to do the bamboo. And there's the bamboo sitting there. It's probably not going to do terribly well at doing that, because let's have a look. We need how much of any one thing? Oh my god. What's going on here? Man, by organic feedstocks. Oh, that's all right. Okay, and then this one we need 70 bamboo. So this IO port needs to have its storage level set to 70, and we can probably go with a minimum of 70 as well, just so that we've always, we're always taking care of that. And by that same token, oh, there isn't one there. Okay, never mind. Right, so the other thing I can ponder here is, what else can we make it out of? Well, organics, sure. I reckon if we go insect meat, right, raw food, insect meat, because we've got, because we butchered all those spiders and we've got an absolute metric poop ton of it floating about. So we may as well do that. And then this guy here, this IO port, we'll change this to output. It's going to come from cooled. Actually, I should put an actual dedicated cooled one in, huh? Yeah. Okay. Let's go into here again. We'll get another IO fridge port that can go there. Lovely. In fact, these ones should be cooled as well. But you know what? I don't think it's really going to be that much of a crazy thing that we need to worry about. I don't think that having a few bits of tobacco die out in the world is going to be, that much of a disruption at this particular point of the game. The amount of stuff that we have is just so vast, just so massively vast. Like these two computers are, actually these are looking better. So this one's pretty good right now. This digital storage unit is filling up very rapidly, which, okay, that's interesting. We just have a very large amount of stuff going along right now. So let's get this guy. 5she, did you want to finish that for me? Reserved by 4she. Okay, where are you, 4she? You coming? Okay, good man. If you could finish that off for me, that would be absolutely delightful. And we can... Oh, yeah. Have I not used these before? I don't think I have. All right, well, let's set that one to come from the cooled storage unit. We're going to set it to output. Cool. And then we're going to change its storage also to insect meat. Foods, meat, insect meat. Blanc, make chem fuel from organics. Look at that. So that's going to go ahead now and start churning out a whole bunch of chem fuel. And in fact, do I want to do... I may as well do the same for everyone in this room. All right, so we'll just pop one of those on each of these points. We'll get someone to build those up, and then these ones can do the same as this. So if I look in Bill's here, oh no, I'm going to have to teach them. Right. Okay. So that might be something for another day, because that's going to take a little while to clone that recipe out. Unless, can this be connected to two of those things at the same time? So if I reinstall this down 2 notches, maybe 1 notch? No, I can't quite get it to reach. That's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and let that do its thing. And the next thing I think we need to ponder is, how are we going to fill these 2 units with as many nuclear warheads as we possibly can. All right, so this one's getting built right now, which is pretty awesome. We've got all the bits and pieces we need for it. I've made it out of Sky Steel again accidentally, which is whoops, but also totally fine. That's totally fine. I don't need to worry about that. So what I need to worry about now is these nuclear warheads, right? Because we don't really have enough warheads to make all of the things that we need to make. We've literally got 0 left right now, huh? So what I need to do is figure out some way to get more of these, a lot more of these, reliably and quickly. And I think there's a couple of different ways that we can look at doing that. One, we're going to get our plutonium, and I was thinking with our plutonium processing facility, which is over in this direction, if I set this to allow... how am I going to do this? Because what I ideally want is I want to be able to process, because these ones that are in here, let's have a look at them, manage. So there's some that are 90%. There's a couple that are 81. While they aren't going to do very much, I can pull a little bit of plutonium out of them, right? Just a little tiny bit. And I think what we should do is do that. So let me just do a little bit of a zone here. We're going to expand the reactor zone to include this zone here. Oops, a little bit of lag there. There's still a lot of mods in this pack that keep things busy. Right, so let's do that so that our little friend Mr. Deep, where is he? Mr. Deep? Mr. Deep, who's currently idle. Mr. Deep, what I'm going to do, if you would be so kind, could you come over here? I'm going to lock him in this room, and I'm also going to make him responsible for this, because we looked at the jobs before, and he is the only one who should be, well, you can't do it like that because no one has the nuclear skill, but he's the only one that does nuclear, and then hauling is basically his only priority as well. So what I'm going to do is lock him in here, forbid that door. Hopefully this will all work out nicely. Are you doing something? You are wandering. Okay, so what I'm going to say is on this guy, just for the time being, allow non-processable rods. Cool. And then on this guy, if I do this and then remove them all. There we go. He's going to come down, pick it up, put it in the processor. There we go. Okay, so we'll just process these to get them out of the way. It is going to generate a little bit of nuclear waste. But I think that's okay. Although, now that I stop and think about it, where did all that depleted uranium go? And what are we going to do with this nuclear waste that's just here? Could I do something with that? Could I put it in a drop pod and launch it at my enemies? That could be fun. In fact, that could be very fun. There's a combat supplier. Luminous Traders. Okay, cool. So here's the other way I think we should look at getting some tasty amounts of, let's see, A5? Yeah, there, good. That's where I need you to be. So if you would be so kind as to, oh, wait, there's a comms console down here, isn't there? Isn't there? Didn't I build one in here as well? Am I blind? I am blind. It's okay. Look, just pop up. Oh no, that's right. I put one over the other side. Okay, so let's call these guys and see what they've got. And what we can do is we can start having a think about being more aggressive with our, whoa, hello, Atlas. You okay, buddy? Life-threatening malnutrition. Well, that's not great. You're set to use your battery. Would you like to be rescued? I think that might be a good idea. Let's get Red Gal to come down and pick you up, hey? I'm not sure where she is. She looks like she's miles away. Oh, I'm sorry, Red Gal. That's okay. Anyway, so what I want to try and achieve is I need to, get all of this money every time someone comes by. That's my goal from here on in. I need to get this number as high as possible so that when someone does come by with a nuclear warhead, well, they're not going to do that, but I can then call in our friends, the Rim Atomics traders, and get them to, oh, look, they're going to buy cigarillos. Oh, very nice. For $5.66 a throw. That's pretty good. Okay. And A5's only 18. I feel like we can do better. Let's see. What's our actual, I guess it's probably in the entertain sort of guy? That's probably it, right? So it is going to be Jesse. A5 is 12. Okay. Let's get Jesse to do it, just so that we can be as efficient as possible with our sales, because she's going to be able to negotiate much better because of her higher social skill. And then, yes, here we go. So insect jelly, do you guys want to buy some of that? It's $4.88 a throw. Maybe you would like to buy 500. Okay, cool. Would you like to buy some... Actually, let's see if there's anything they want to sell to us first. EMP shells that I care for. Tech prints, I don't really care for. A couple of knives and things. Nothing here that's really exciting me. The battle dress is an absolute yes. Yep, no worries, we're getting that. I mean, we have to, right? We have to. They do have a couple of marine bits and bobs, like a helmet of each, and some void. No, that's ours, which is stuffed. That needs to be repaired, but not sure how we're going to be able to go about that. Okay, that looks nice. I reckon the battle dress is a good addition to the colony. So as a result, let's churn this up to 1,000. 3804. Okay, and then maybe we'll just throw in a couple of cigarillos here until we reach 39.90 ish. Like there. What? Oh, I'm gonna keep $3. I don't want to overspend, right? Now, where's that battle dress arriving? Let's see. It used to go there, but now I think it arrives here. Hey, all right. Who's gonna cop this? I mean, so I could give it to A5, right? What is this? It's only normal, and what does it actually do? It does provide a jolly good amount of protection. Well, I mean, sorry, it protects a lot of things, but it's not a great amount of protection, I gotta say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that on one of the ROMs because I feel like that's going to be the funniest thing to do. And then I'm going to priority haul that for starters. And I think we're probably going to need another one of these there to cover that machine because it doesn't go through walls because, of course, it doesn't. And then I need to have a ponder about where else stuff is getting stored. Is there silver popping up next to the explosives workbench, which is where exactly? No? Was it not in... Or did I deconstruct? I think I removed it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I guess there's no more storage around. I'm just trying to figure out, like, are there any bits of, stuff floating about that aren't getting covered by the beacon? But I can't seem to see any just at this particular point in time. This room now has most of its sort of copper flooring down here, and it is extremely impressive now. This room, very. And A5's bedroom, very. Okay, so I'd like to make that a little bit better, but we can get there. We can get there, and we should probably, you know what? Do I really want to waste a whole bunch of time putting in new floors? Actually, that's a fairly good question. Do I want to put new floors in all through here? Why was that being built and now it's not? I'm sure that was getting built, guys. I'm positive. I was watching that get built. Did it change its mind? Did someone botch? Someone probably botched the construction, huh? That's a bit disappointing. Okay, well, look, we'll come back to that. The other thing that I need to think about is I could put a whole bunch of floors in all of these rooms, and that would probably be nice. But look at where everyone works. Do I want to build some new rooms like in here, or does this want to be the new bedroom area? I'm not sure. It's something to think about. Mr. Deep, did you manage to do the thing that we wanted you to do? Are these ones not going to fit? Is that what's happening? Is this full? Oh yes, 12 out of 12. Okay, so manage, store. Great. Okay, so 12 out of 12. That can be removed. Mr. Deep, you can go about your lovely business. In fact, I might even be able to say, Mr. Deep, could you come down to here? And actually, if I just go like, wait. First things first. This guy, storage, turn that off. And then this guy, storage, manage, will start chonking these guys out. And we'll get Mr. Deep to do his little thing. So this is currently looking good. Let's say, Mr. Deep, would you like to? Yes, no, wandering, okay. No empty accessible spot to configure it. Huh. Interesting. Well, let's double check that, shall we? Let's double check that right away. A5, you are nearest to this new one, I guess. So we actually, stop that. James, you come and do it. You've got enough smarts. Let's get James to manage this reactor for us. We'll have a look at how it's looking. Okay, so that one's still got holes that are ready to fill. And Omega has a couple as well, including one that's ready. Although, I feel like we should probably just let these go fully proper-like for the time being and try and get them actually used up to a reasonable amount, because that's going to give us the plutonium that we desperately crave. And the other thing I need to think about is this, because these two currently can't support the amount of heat that the Type 5 reactor is outputting. So, have a go at this. Let's grab a Smarty Pants person from over here, right? We'll grab Princess. Let's get our our reactor management up and running. And what we're going to do, little princess, is I'm going to turn alpha on now with what it's got in there. So let's do this. Let's slowly bring it online. We'll keep an eye on our heat levels and make sure that the cooling is functioning the way that we want it to be. Melvon has just leveled up in plants. Good for you. We'll keep an eye on all of this. Is it looking good? Yes, it is. Temperature is climbing a little higher than what I would like it to, though. Is 373 okay? I think it's like 750 Fahrenheit is where you need to start worrying a little bit. Atlas died? I beg your pardon? Did no one feed him? Oh. Did I do a whoopsie on that one because of the fact that Atlas was... Oh, God. That was my fault, wasn't it? Because Atlas was set to use his battery. Oh, for Pete's sake, Astro. You've got to think about these things. Gosh, I even looked at him and went, well, he's set to use battery. He should be fine. Oh, well. Look. Sorry, Atlas. Rip in peace. We'll have to have a look at what he did and try and figure out how to replace him. But in the meantime, I want to get this done. Omega, let's shut you down. So I'm going to pull this all the way down and go like that. And we'll see if this auto shut, like one of the comments the other day was that you shouldn't use scram because it's hard on the rods, but I'm not sure if that's the case. Let's see what happens here. So we've got our reactor here cooling down because I've set it to 0, although the neutron flux here is still at 0.001. So I have to imagine that if the neutron flux isn't at 0, then it's going to mean that it's going to keep sort of ticking along a little bit. Is that the case? Is that the case? I'm not entirely sure. I think I do need to. So, yeah, see, it still says starting up. So I need to actually scram it to shut it down. So now it is shut down and cold. Unless there's a button here somewhere. Remove all processable fuel. Remove all spent fuel. Oh, remove all. And what does this one do? Clear all. All right, so let's remove that. Huh. That's a nice little thing that I have totally never noticed before because I'm a Burke. Okay, so let's do that. We'll get this little guy out. Our good friend, in fact, you can go about your business. That's fine. So this one is now up and running. There's only 40 rods in it, but that's okay. I think it's okay. We may as well now get in, deconstruct these two lights, or at the very least reinstall them, so that we can keep a little bit of light out here. I do like this place being fully lit up. Yeah? So, Mr. Deep's going to pop out one of these guys. Beautiful. It's only just ready to process, but there's a good amount of plutonium in that we can rip apart and do with as we please. This guy here, I'm going to set all these to remove as well. We'll load this one fully up. And let's go ahead and get finally cracking on the final removal of these two. And the, what? Forshy could not find. It'll be fine, Forshy. Come on, buddy. So, we're going to get cracking on the final removal of these two, and then we're going to use the same technique that we did in the upper reactor, where we're going to have 2 cooling towers per turbine, which will hopefully give us, well, not hopefully, we do the maths, right? We know that it's going to be able to support a fully fueled reactor because we've seen that these guys, you know, how much heat they put out. We know what we're up against. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of this. So we're going to have one that sits there and one that sits there. And then a mirror on the other side that goes blonk and then blank. Beautiful. And we do need to put in a little bit of additional cooling for these guys. So one like this, or should I put it inside the wall? Wait, what was it like up the top? I want to keep it the same. There's our VX1 neural chip, which is nice. So I came straight out and across to the corner of the cooling tower itself. That's fine. We will do that. It does, now that I look at it, could you go up and then across? That'd be great. And then this one, we want to go up and then across. And this one, we want to go down and then like that. And that, my friends, should do the trick. Everyone springs into action to get this done. I do like how construction in this base is functioning right now. It seems to be extremely efficient. And things just get done. So let's do a little bit of, no? Okay, can we do this and then remove all of these, please? And then, actually what I might do is if I just forbid this, we might be able to get Mr. Cannot go here, no path, you Burke. All right, come on. Let's go to there. We'll unforbid that. And Mr. Deep, if you then want to go inside, I do want you to look after this situation for me. We're going to do that. Now, it's going to take a little while because, well, it's going to block off a couple of these pipes that we're trying to do. But if you would be so kind, well, you can do them. Oh, that's fine. Okay, great. So let's go ahead. Let Mr. Deep fully refuel this one. Once that's completely taken care of, hopefully these will all be completed at the same time, and we can bring them, or this lower one online. There's our advanced replacement limbs. 5 Shear's got some inspired trade, which is, I mean, cool. It's not really going to do too much for us, but that's cool. I mean, I'm glad that you're being a little bit inspired here. There we go. That's what we like to see, Mr. Deep. That's the sort of activity that I am wanting you to do. If you could just keep that up, that would just put a big old smile on my dial. And we can like bring this guy back online and see if our new cooling towers are going to have enough chooch to, why is right, life-threatening, okay. Something funky's going on here. Have I run out of food? No, it can't be. It can't be that I've run out of food because of the fact that, well, these guys are set to run on battery and we've got Android charging stations all over the place. We have actually, by the looks of it, run out of food, which is bad. It's very bad. Do you not have it? Oh my giddy aunt. Okie dokie then. Could you maybe just do some Vegemite for the time being? Oh God. Do until we've got 10 of those. That'd be nice. Here it goes. So that's a concern. that's a great concern. We are in a little bit of trouble when it comes to keeping on top of our food situation. But we do at least have something that these people can shove in their face now. So that's going to be something that we need to focus on, which absolutely confuses me because look how much food we are growing at the moment. Like, this should totally take care of everything that we need to do. But, oh dear. Right. So that's going to be something we need to think about. They are going to prepare and then, oh dearie me, look at them. There's 74 and they've got doomsday rocket launchers and what the... Oh, Gordon Bennett. All right. So, I don't really have time to deal with that right now. I've got things that I'm trying to focus on. But, right, look, I tell you what I'll do is I'll wrap that up here. And then next time, we'll take on these boys and we'll see how we go. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. But anyway, friends, thank you very much for joining me today. I do hope that you have enjoyed this episode. There's now me talking over the endy part here, so I hope this works out nicely. You can click on the on one of the cards up here to go and jump to like a different episode that's been uploaded, or click in the middle if you would like to subscribe and help the channel grow. Thanks, friends. I'll see you next time.